When integrity hurts, staying true when life falls apart. Sometimes it's not the storm of life that breaks us, but the silence that follows after we have done everything right and still get crushed. Integrity, a word that sounds noble on paper, but feels very heavy in the real world. Especially when being honest costs you the job, when staying faithful costs you love, and when standing by the truth leaves you standing alone. People love the idea of integrity until it demands sacrifice, until it means walking away from money you desperately need, until it means keeping quiet when you're falsely accused, until it means refusing to cheat when everyone else is doing it and still winning. But the truth is, integrity doesn't always shine. Sometimes it bleeds. You'll know what integrity means when you have to choose between comfort and conscience. When you're hungry, desperate, and tired, and the shortcut looks so easy. When you could lie, manipulate, or cut corners, and no one would ever know. That is when integrity whispers, "You will know." And that whisper is louder than applause, louder than validation, louder than regret. The road of integrity is not paved with quick rewards. It is filled with silence, misunderstanding, and nights when your pillow catches tears that no one sees. People may mock you for being too rigid. Friends might drift away. Opportunities might seem to vanish. And sometimes even your own heart asks, what's the point of doing right if it only brings pain? Here is the point. Integrity doesn't pay you in cash. It pays you in peace. There's a kind of strength that comes from not compromising when you easily cold. It changes how you feel at night. It changes how you look in the mirror. And even when you're broken, or overlooked, you walk with so much dignity. People forget success fades, fame fades, beauty fades, but integrity echoes. Long after the noise dies down, your name remains clean, your legacy untainted. Because one day, the tables will turn. Life has a strange way of bringing truth full circle. The ones who mocked your honesty will need your trust. The ones who betrayed your loyalty will remember your peace. And the ones who rose by deceit will fall by the same sword they wielded. Integrity is slow victory, but it is sure. How to keep your integrity when life breaks you. 1. Remind yourself who you are and not what happened to you. Pain has a way of trying to redefine us. It whispers, "You're foolish for caring. You're weak for being good." But no, you are consistent, and consistency is rare. Don't let pain rewrite your values. 2. Don't seek validation from the crowd. Integrity often puts you on a narrow road. If your peace depends on people's approval, you will break the moment they disagree. But if your peace is anchored in truth, no one can steal it. 3. Remember, time always exposes everything. Lies age fast. Truth ages well. Even if it takes years, life will eventually vindicate those who stood for what is right. 4. Surround yourself with quiet strength. People who choose peace over pretense. People who remind you that it is okay to walk away, to lose, to start over, as long as your soul is intact. 5. Keep your faith. when the world feels unfair, when everything you stood for seems to be falling apart, hold on to the unseen hand that keeps you upright. Sometimes God doesn't reward you immediately because He is still building something in you, something stronger than success, and that is character. Maybe right now you're exhausted. You have been trying to do right, to live right, to stay true, and it feels like the world doesn't care. Bills are unpaid, hearts are broken, doors are shut. You're wondering if maybe it would have been easier to just give in, to play dirty, to blend in. But pause and look at yourself. You have survived the kind of pain that would have broken others. You have held on when giving up was easier. You have chosen truth when lies would have been profitable. That is strength. That is nobility. That is integrity. And I promise, integrity speaks long after everything else goes quiet. The people who forgot you today will remember your name when character starts to matter again. Because when dust settles and everyone's mask falls off, the person who stayed true becomes the one everyone trusts. You may not see it now, but integrity is a seed. It grows quietly beneath the soil of obscurity. And one day, it sprouts, not just into reputation, but into legacy. So, even when it hurts, stay kind. Even when it costs you, stay honest. Even when it isolates you, stay true. You are not losing, you are becoming. And when your time comes, the world will look back and say, that was someone who never sold their soul for survival. If this message spoke to you, if you have struggled ever to stay true while life tested your limits, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs courage today, and drop a comment below about your journey. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more heartfelt, soul-stripping stories and motivations that remind you that even in a corrupt world, integrity still wins. I am your friend, Dennis Ogwike, Dews Studios, Africa.